want to welcome everybody. My name is Frank Kimbrough, and I'm a Platinum Senior Vice President here with this awesome company called 5 Links. And I'm just going to give you a little background history about myself. Now, before 5 Links, I want you to understand I knew nothing about network marketing. I knew nothing about this industry. Before 5 Links, in fact, I own a real estate company, me and my wife, a mortgage company, a title company, as well as an agent or contractor in the city of Chicago. So back 4 years ago, or should I say 5, 6 years ago, we was doing very well in real estate. In fact, on an average month, we would average about $100,000 a month. But our overhead was about $70,000 a month. And when you're a business owner, one thing that I could tell you that in order for you to be successful in a business owner, guess what? You have to be there when it opens up, and you usually have to be there when it closed down. So my best friend for a whole year, he was trying to get me to take a look at this awesome company called 5 Links. And I just simply didn't have time because I was always working. And when you own your business, guess what? When the secretary don't show up, guess who becomes the secretary? You do. And when the janitor don't show up, guess who becomes the janitor? You do. So naturally, he's coming to my office every single day, and he's saying, Frank, you need to take a look at this awesome company. And I just didn't even have the time to even travel 10 to 15 minutes away from my office to take a look at it. And then one day, he actually told me to come to a party that was actually 7 hours away. Now, ironically, when he said party, what you think I did? I was right there. So I drove 7 hours away down to Nashville, Tennessee, to see when the co-founder was actually presenting him with a BMW. Now, here's the thing. At that time, the only thing I could remember him selling was VoIP products, home phone services. And at the time, I got to be honest with you, I was just like, I couldn't see myself selling it. But at the same time, the fact that I drove a $100,000 car down there to Nashville, Tennessee, that I was paying a note on every single month, and he was presented with a $100,000 car by this awesome company, it just made me say, it's worth taking a look at. And when I took a look at it, I just looked at it, and it just made sense. So naturally, I was excited as I was. I got back in my car 3 days later. I drove back to Chicago, where I'm from, and then eventually when I got there to Chicago, the first person I gave a presentation to was my wife. Now, I knew nothing about this industry, but on the other hand, my wife, she had tried every company you could basically imagine. And she didn't have any success in none of those opportunities. So naturally, she didn't believe that this industry worked. So what did that make me do? It made me, after a couple of days, do a little research. And when I did the research, what I found out is a direct sales industry. And if you go actually and check out the DSA.org, you'll find out this is a $28 billion industry. So when you look at the NBA, which is not even worth $20 billion, and if you look at the music industry, that's not even worth $4 billion, I knew that I had to be in the right place at the right time, especially when you got people like Warren Buffett that's endorsing this industry, and you have Bill Clinton that is actually speaking up about this industry. So even after having this conversation with my wife, and she still was very skeptical, it took time for me to actually encourage her to get on board. And it took about 6 months later, and after 6 months later, actually the co-founder company of this awesome company, 5 Links, Jeb Tyler, actually came to do an event in Chicago with the person that actually brought me into this opportunity. And when he gave the presentation, what actually took place, I wasn't even able to make the presentation because I had missed it because of real estate issue, it caused me to actually miss the opportunity. But 2 hours later, I was invited to dinner. And when I got to dinner, I sat down with the co-founder company, and I told him that I really am excited about what it is that he have going on here at 5 Links. But I said, if you could just find a way for my wife to see what it is that I saw, then perhaps, we can move forward. So naturally after that, he invited us to a national convention. And when we got to the national convention, what we saw was just everyday people just like me and you. And I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, school teachers, people in the real estate industry. So people, everyday average people just doing some extraordinary things. So me and my wife and her excitement level had built up from that national convention, and we got started about 3 days later, and we was able to hit one of the top positions in the company in 132 days. So I want you to understand that I'm telling you right here before you to tell my story, not to impress you, but to impress upon you what I'm going to share with you over the next 25 minutes is absolutely real. So first of all, let's talk about why people get involved with 5 Links. First of all, to spend more time with your family. See, as I was working those long those long hours and building homes, and my wife working in real estate, we never really had time to spend with our family. So definitely this opportunity can provide that for you. Next thing, it can help you to pay off debts, okay? Help you with children's college fund. It can even help you to give money back to charity. But the number one reason why I got involved, Absolutely, it's for financial freedom. Because see, what I did is I looked at this opportunity as a 3 to 5 year run for financial freedom for the rest of my life. And naturally, I'm on fast pace in order for that to take place. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go right into the company. Now, the name of the company is called 5 Links. And 5 Links is built on 5 key principles: vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. Now, the company was founded in 2001, which means that we're not a startup company. We're rock solid. In fact, we have just recently been endorsed as one of the top 100 direct sales companies all across the world. Now, the co-founders have over 6 years experience in direct sales and telecommunication, which means that they're professionals. They understand about working into the field because they was reps themselves. Now, over the past 4 years, 5 Links has been growing at a tremendous rate of over 800% growth. Now, I want you to think about what's been happening over the past 4 years in your life. What's been happening in the economy? Okay, we have seen so many depressions, so many people getting laid off, but yet 5 Links have been growing at over 800% growth. And the reason why they're having so much success, because one thing that 5 Links do is they put representatives first. See, what they do here in 5 Links, they understand the concept of business. They understand that if the representative's happy, then they'll go out and they'll build the company. And that just came to work very well for me, and it absolutely works very well for them. So it's a win-win situation. Where traditionally on our job, just think about what happens. Our boss is usually paying us just enough for us not to what? Quit. And guess what we're doing? We're doing just enough not to get what? Fired. But here we're building this thing together, because the beautiful thing about this is they understand as long as the representatives are making money and the representatives are actually having success, then the company will continue to grow and it'll become a billion-dollar company. Now, we're located in Rochester, New York, where there we host a 50,000 square foot world headquarters. Well, so what does that mean for you? That means that you don't have to have any inventory required to actually be successful in 5 Links. You don't have to stock anything in your closet, because everything that you need to, any products or services that any of your friends and family want to offer, guess what? It'll come right out of Rochester or whatever the third-party relationship companies that we actually deal with. So let's talk about third-party credibility. And I have a saying that documentation beat conversation. See, I can sit up here and tell you with my level of excitement and success that I have, and with my level of excitement, I can be very passionate and tell you everything about 5 Links. And I'm so excited about 5 Links, but I think I'm more excited to know that other people are talking about us as well. See, we've been featuring Success from Home magazine, Your Business at Home magazine, and even a recent issue in November, December, Your Business at Home magazine, where Robert Kiyosaki said that this is the business of the 21st century. Okay? And we're also part of the Direct Sales Association. Again, like I told you earlier, that we are also one of the top 100 direct sales company in all of the world. But the one publication that we're very excited about is the fact we're an Inc. 500 5,000 company. Now, I want you to think about what that means. See, what Inc. 500 does and Inc. 500 5,000 does is attract the fastest growing companies all of North America. Now, if you were to go wherever you are right now into a 10-mile radius, you'll find 5,000 private held companies. So when you think about the 20 to 30 million private held companies that are right there, all in North America as well as Canada, just ask yourself, wouldn't it be a privilege if you can actually be a part of the top 500, 5,000 company just one time? How about 2 times? How about 3 times? How about 4 times? How about 5 times? Because 5 Links been featured there from 2006 all the way to 2011. And not only that, we also part of Rochester Top 100 companies. Where there in Rochester, we are looked on as one of the top companies right there in Rochester, New York, where there's a hub for corporations being hosted there. Now, let's talk about the opportunity. See, in business, timing is everything. And see, what most people don't know, that every 10 years, there's a huge shift of wealth. But the problem is that most people either get in too late or they don't have the startup money to actually capitalize on the shifts of wealth that's been taking place. And let's just go back to some of the shifts of wealth that we had an opportunity, if we had the opportunity, what we had to invest in. Let's just talk about the 1980s. Back in the 1980s, you had Bill Gates, and basically he came out with a concept of software. Meanwhile, IBM was investing all their money in what? Hardware, these big, old, bulky computers. And what did Bill Gates do? They said, you know what? I'm going to come out with software. And as a result, Bill Gates now is what? A multi-billionaire, one of the most wealthiest men in the world. Again, it happened in the mid-1980s. And that was the deregulation of long distance. See, what happened was the federal government said, you know what? They're equivalent to the 8th wealthiest country in the world. So once they saw that they had that much wealth, and they saw that they was actually charging people whatever they wanted to charge for long distance phone calls, they said, we're going to deregulate them. So when that deregulation took place, you had other companies that had no experience absolutely at all in telecom industry getting involved. Companies like Sprint, which stands for Southern Pacific Railroad International. Yes, they was a railroad companies. Companies like Excel, companies like MCI. All these companies came on board, and today, all those companies are now what? Billion-dollar companies. Again, it happened in 1990s. Just think about actually the cellular and the internet industry. How about the old brick phone? And if you remember this phone right here, if anybody you knew that had that phone would cost about $1,000 just for the product itself. And the bill would cost what? Way over $1,000. And then what happened? It went from analog to what? Digital. Then the phones got smaller. Not only do we have phones, but now our kids even have phones. Also in the 1990s, let's talk about the WWW. And that was the introduction to the World Wide Web. Just think if you had positioned yourself where you could actually get paid on Google, Yahoo, eBay, where would you be right now? Well, here's the thing right here. There's 3 shifts of wealth that's taking place right now in America, and everybody can actually participate in it as long as you get involved with this opportunity. One is called VoIP, which stands for Voice over Internet Protocol, which is basically digital home phone service. The other one is text marketing, and the other one is energy. So the first one we're going to talk about is Voice over Internet Protocol. That's VoIP. Now, what does it do? See, VoIP, what it does, it cuts the phone service up to 50% or more. Where traditional home phone services usually cost well over $50, $60, with VoIP, now that you are able to participate in what Inc. magazine said is one of the #1 industries to be involved with from 2010 to 2019. Yes, it cuts the phone service up to 50% or more. See, we have plans as low as $24 a month where you can actually make landline calls to 75 landlines all across the world. And we even have plans for less than $15 a month. Now, what does this mean for you all? See, this shift of wealth is industries is predicting that 44 million U.S. households will switch over to VoIP by 2013. So that's well over 1 million people switching over to VoIP every single month. Now, we have technology that was unbelievable here in 5 Links. Technology like the GSP-10. Me, personally, I have a saying that I call it Skype on steroids. Not only can you have a video phone conversation, but how about having a video conversation where the screen is split up 4 ways and you can interact and have phone conversation with all those 4 individuals at the same time? How about downloading an application that could work on your Droid phone where you can actually see the person that you're talking to? And how about actually having an application even on your iPhone where if you're in an international area, like me and my wife, we was in Barcelona in Spain, and guess what? We talk to the kids 2 to 3 times a day. Why? Because Global Links to Global Links is absolutely free. So I was able to call home with no additional cost, and I had a plan of $14 a month that actually turned my phone into an international phone. Now, what makes 5 Links so unique in the VoIP industry is the fact that 5 Links owns Global Links. So if you're looking right there, you'll see the co-founder, Jason Galt, right there in our multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art network right there in Rochester, New York. And we just released our Velocity tablet, which is state-of-the-art, working on a new platform, 4G network, which basically give you the opportunity now to turn your tablet into your own personal office to build your business and use every other application that you possibly could think of. But as exciting as VoIP is, to me, when they actually launched energy, this is when I knew that this was the game changer. See, Bill Gates even goes to say that this is one of the #1 industries to be involved with. In fact, he said this is where the next billionaires are going to actually come from. See, what most people don't understand is that this industry right here just basically means that now you can participate in what is called a $500 billion industry. So what does that mean for you? That means savings, first of all, on your gas and electricity in select markets. And as well as it also means what? Value. Means that now you can participate in this huge shifts of wealth. Now, here's what I want you to understand. This is predicted to be 10 times the size of telecom. So if you know telecom industry that eventually became a $500 billion industry this in the U.S. alone and a $1.3 trillion industry worldwide, then you would know that you definitely want to get your blueprint and plant your flag right here with this industry. Now, 5 Links is very unique because we have a big platform. So we're currently in well over 7 to 12 different states. We service residential, we service commercial, so we can actually meet any type of needs from small, big, medium to large, even municipals we have been able to actually sign up under our program. So as good as VoIP is and as good as energy is, I have to tell you, I'm just excited to know that even those two industries, either one of those could take us to $1 billion company, which means that if they're going to become $1 billion company, they have got to produce some multi-million-dollar earners. But here's the thing right here. If we know we're going to sell those two products and the household have other products as well, then why not offer those as well? So when you get started, you'll get a website. And on your website, you are now able to market other products and services. So we have a 5 Links mobile division. So we're able to offer products and services from the nicest phones you could ever think about. So the plans stay the same with the same carriers that you currently have. And we offer, carriers like Sprint, Nextel, T-Mobile, and Verizon. And we have phones that are actually 80% of our phones on our website are cheaper than going to the store to get it from. And about 20% of our website is actually free. So we have products and services and cell phones that will meet your needs that you will be very pleased to actually have. In addition, we have 5 Links home security system through Protect America. We also have VoIP services, our home phone service like I told you before. In addition to that, we have internet. So basically, you just go on your website, you click in your zip code, and whatever internet provider comes up, that's the internet that's going to come out and actually install it into your home. We have merchant process service. Just think about this. Every time that small business that you've been shopping with for so long, your friends or your family members, when they swipe their credit card, how about offering them a unique savings? Now, in addition to that, giving yourself some money to put in your pocket. Because see, one thing about our merchant account service is that we have one of the lowest in the industry. And in fact, once they activate it, we even donate a percentage of it to breast cancer. We even have satellite television services. To me, I only know about 2, Dish Network and DirecTV. 5 Links ID Guard, okay? And one service that I love the most is Business Elite. Business Elite has a suite of services from VIP discounting. They will remotely fix any software issue without even coming into your home, without you even been standing there. And we also have a webinar feature. But the one feature that I'm very blown away with when we launched this technology is called Text Alert. See, Text Alert gives you the opportunity to market like big business. See, we found out that 97% of most emails never get opened. But 97% of a text get open within 5 minutes. So when we launched Text Alert, I felt like this was almost about as much exciting as energy was. Because we understand that this technology is going to give us the opportunity to be in front of another wealth trend. So understand, these are products and services that we offer, and these are products and services that people pay every 30 days. So this is when I got my aha moment. See, I want you to think about this. Whether you're looking at this opportunity for the first time and you're trying to evaluate this, I want you to have one thing clear. When you walk home to go home today and you get back in your car and you get back into your house, guess what the first thing you're going to do when you walk through the door? You're going to turn on the lights. And if you have an alarm system, you're going to turn off your alarm system. Your cell phone is going to ring probably even before you go into the kitchen and burn your gas. Your cell phone is going to ring. You're going to get on the internet. You're going to turn on the television. So what I found out is that everybody that I know is already in 5 Links. They're just on the consumer side. See, I'm just here sharing with you what we call the CEO side of the deal. So I want you to understand what we do here in 5 Links. We just do 2 things. We show people how to make money or either save money off a bill you would never pay off, okay? Now, we have 2 ways in which we do that. One way is called residual income. And what most people don't understand what residual income actually means. Residual income is when you do a job one time and you continue to get paid from that one job over and over and over and over again. Now, I call it the best way to kind of sum it up is like the music industry. See, the music industry, let's just say, for example, Elvis Presley. They said 2 years ago that Elvis Presley, he made over $50 million. Listen, he haven't put an album out in over 30 years. Now, in the music industry, we call that royalties. But guess what? Royalties are paid every quarter, but we pay these bills when? Every 30 days. Now, here's the thing, another way we get paid. The other way we get paid is called duplication. And for many people, when they look at that format, first thing they say, oh, that's a pyramid. Well, I say to myself, well, what is not a pyramid? If you look at your government, you got the president, the vice president, the cabinet. You have the state of representatives. You have the senators. How's that pyramid working for you? Or your job, where you have the CEO. And you have the managers, and then the supervisors. And you have to ask yourself, how's that working for you? See, what I found out that, this is what smart business owners, this is the format that they use in order to be successful. Let's just take Walmart, for example. Sam Walton, what did he do? He opened up one store down in Bentonville, Arkansas. And every 15 to 30 miles, he opened up another store and another store. Now, today's Walmart, there's over 8,000 Walmarts all throughout the United States of America that produce a revenue of well over $400 billion. See, here I want you to understand that it's working for Sam Walton. We just wanted you to get it work for you. So what 5 Links did is we came up with a 30-day game plan to show you how you could achieve $750. Because the most important thing is not how much it costs, but how much you'll make. And I always tell people return on investment is very important. So in order to achieve that, the first thing you want to do is get 20 customer points in your first 30 days. So customer points are not people, customer points are services. So each one of these services have a point value to it. So when I got started, the first thing I did is I got my website, which the company gave me 3 points just for that. The next thing, what did I do? The next thing I did is I switched over my cell phones. I had 4 cell phones in my household. That was 7 points. Then I switched over my home phone service. Okay, that was 9 points. Now currently we have electricity. That's 10 points. And then internet. Then home security system. So if you see the point that most households they have well over 10 to 15 customer points. So I was my own and best customer, and then the next place I went was to my mother's house. Now, the one thing I want you to understand, my mother, you know what I'm saying, naturally, she wasn't looking at me as the phone man, because all she knew I ever did was build homes. So she was reluctant to actually switch over my services. But when I shared with her that this opportunity was going to actually give me more time to spend with her grandkids, she didn't have no problem switching over her services right away. So once I got 20 customer points, this is what 5 Links did. 5 Links paid me $500 even before those customers, most of them could even pay their bill. And the next thing what I was looking for is just 2 people that's overworked and underpaid. Now here's the thing. I think that everybody knows 2 people that's overworked and underpaid. I found that the 2 people that was overworked and underpaid was actually in my household. So once I got the 2 people that's overworked and underpaid, what 5 Links did was pay me another $250. So that's a total of $750 that I earned in my first 30 days. Now, as that started to build up, the next thing what I did was I started building for residual income. 5 Links pay a commission on all customers, and how much you receive is based on your earned position in the company. So the best customer is you yourself. You are your own best customer. And I tell people you can't sell a product that you don't have yourself. So here's the thing. The first thing you want to do is you switching over your services. And then the next thing you want to do, let's say you introduce a concept in your first 30 days to 3 individuals. And let's talk about the perfect world scenario where the 3 individual in the second month introduce it to 3, that's 9. And let's say 9 introduces it to 3, that's 27. Now let's just stop right there. Well, you have 27, 9 plus 3 plus yourself. Well, you have 40 IMRs, which stands for Independent Marketing Representatives. And let's say out those 40 IMRs, the half do right, and the other half just don't do absolutely nothing. But let's just say that 20 of them actually go and get 20 billing customers. And let's just say you earn an average commission of just 50 cents. Well, that's a $200 residual check coming to your account every 30 days. Now, what I want you to understand that $200 is not life-changing income, but according to the statistics this day, guess what? $200 is a life-changing income because the average American don't even make $40,000 a year. And I always tell people if $200 is not a lot of money, let's just say that you was walking down the street and then actually you saw $200 on the ground. I'm sure you'll pick it up, right? And let's just say that street, this street that you walk down once a week. And the next week you went there to pick up $200, what are you going to do? Pick it up. And let's just say the next week you go down that same street and you see $200. You're going to pick it up. Now let's just say next week you really don't have to go down that street. Now tell me, wouldn't it just make sense to just go down that street to pick up that $200 since it's been there for the previous weeks? And here's the thing. That's what residual income is. Because what happens is that this $200, it comes every 30 days. Why? Because people are paying their bills when? Every 30 days. But the most beautiful thing that is, if you could do it, you could teach it. Because see, when 27 go get 3 is 81. And when 81 go get 3 is what? 243. And when 243 go get 3 is what? 729. So let's say over a period of time now you build up a team of 200 business partners going to get 20 billing customers. And let's just stick with the average commission of just 50 cents. Well, guess what? That's a $2,000 residual check coming to your account every 30 days. Now, $2,000, now we're talking about perhaps life-changing income. Because now we're talking about our mortgage getting paid, or our car note, or saving for our children's college fund. So those whys that I went over earlier, guess what? They starting to come a reality. And we understand residual income takes a while to build up. So as you're building up residual income, what 5 links have is about 10 different ways to get paid. So now we're going to talk about what we call some right now money. See, in 5 links, I always tell people we get paid 5 times a month. Okay, we get paid on the first, and we get paid on the second week, the third week, the fourth week, and on the 15th, it seems like that's when the mothership come in. And on the 15th, that's when all the bonuses combined come in. But here's the thing. These are what we call weekly leadership bonuses. See, once you get your 2 business partners at 20 customer points, you also reach the first position of executive trainer, which means that every time someone comes in your organization, you receive $25. The next position is called executive director. Well, once you actually become executive director, what the company do is they give you a $60 raise, and now you earn up to $85. And if you hit executive director within 60 days, the company will pay you an additional $750. So there you are. You could earn up to $1,500 in your first, 60 days from being in the company. The next position is called national director. Well, now you you get additional $55. Well, now you earn up to $140. And senior vice president, where you get a $30 raise, where you earn up to $170, and platinum senior vice president, where you get a $5 raise, where you earn up to $175 each and every time someone comes in your organization. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens when you hit the top positions in a company, which is senior vice president and platinum senior vice president. And this is when I really got excited in the presentation. See, once you hit senior vice president, what the company do is they give you 5,000 stock option, and it's Inc. 500, 5,000 company. In addition to that, they pay up to $800 on any silver BMW your choice. And then for the Global Links product, our VoIP product, what we're very excited about being one of the top VoIP companies in the world, guess what? They pay up to $3 on every Global Links product that comes through your organization. In addition to that, you get an annual vacation. And I can tell you, I've been with this company right now 4 years, and I've been already to Puerto Rico. I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been to Spain, I've been to Italy, I've been to France, I've been to Rome. All of these paid vacations where the company picked up all the airfare, hotel, and even picked up all our dining as well. You even get expense account anywhere from $500 to $1,500, and they base this on your customer production in the company. Now, as good as senior vice president is, when I saw the next position of platinum senior vice president, that's when I knew I was in the right place at the right time. Because see, what the company do is they still continue to give you the benefits of senior vice president. But in addition, to what they do is that once you hit platinum, what they do is they give you a Bentley. And they pay up to $4,000 on any silver Bentley of your choice. In addition to that, you get to participate in the platinum pool. And how the platinum pool works is that every time someone pay a service in the company, a percentage of it is put into a pool. And at the end of the year, they're split up among all the platinum senior vice president. In addition to that, you get another 5,000 stock options. And then you get a ring like the one that's on my finger. And in addition to that, my wife, she have a beautiful pendant that she just loved to wear around her neck. So these are the benefits of platinum senior vice president. And as you see, we have all different type of individuals that have achieved this position of platinum senior vice president, from all the different people from different lifestyles. You name it, all these people are different individuals, all did different things prior to doing 5 links. And now they are top producers in this awesome company. Now, let's talk about business ownership. See, there's 2 positions. One is called customer representative. The other one is called independent market representative. Now, personally, I only talk about one, and that's IMR. Because as a CR, you only get paid off for a couple of things: products and services, website, and if this future services. And I always tell people, as an IMR, you not only get paid off of what you do, but you get able to leverage where you can get paid off of what your team does. And I believe that if you have 1% of 100, it's better than 100% of your own. So as an independent marketing representative, you get paid on customer acquisition bonuses, open line bonuses, as well as quick start bonuses of $750. So let's go over the quick start bonus once again. See, what 5 links do is they understand that it's all about return on investment. So you invest in $249, and then, of course, you get your website, which is the only overhead every single month of $49, and I'm going to share with you the benefits of that. But once you get 20 customer points, what 5 links are going to do is pay you $500. Now, remember, customer points are not 20 living individual. Customer points are 20 services that 5 links actually provide. And the next thing you're looking for is what? Two people that's overworked and underpaid and have a desire for change. And then them acquiring 4 customer points. And they'll pay you another $250. So that's $750 that's easily to be achieved in your first 30 days. So here's the thing. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So we're going to give you all the training and support you absolutely need. But in addition to that, for that $49 a month, the only overhead in order to run your home-based business, guess what? Not only do you get 3 points for that towards your 20 customer points, but in addition to that, you also get what? 5 Links University, which means there's a module that will show you how to go from executive trainer all the way to platinum senior vice president. You even get your own personal website. So when you want to send your friends or your customers to this website, they can actually go to this website and see the products and services, see the value, or see the opportunity, sign up on that website anywhere in the United States of America as well as Canada. And guess what? That person come directly up under you, or those customers come directly up to you. And then if you want to check your business report in 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, it's open for you, which means that there's not a business or a brick and mortar attached that can stop your business from growing. In addition to that, even in local markets, we have local meetings. We have regional meetings. We even have international training events. See, and that's the one event that you definitely want to make it to. See, I went to the international training event just as a guest to take a look at 5 Links. And 132 days later, I was promoted to what? Senior Vice President. So understand that this awesome opportunity is life-changing information that I'm giving you right here today. But the most important thing is that if you don't make a decision and move to action, then guess what? You're going to still be stuck in the circumstance that you are in currently. So no matter how many times I present this opportunity, what I found out that typically there's 3 types of people in the world. Third person, the person say, you know what? 5 Links is not for me. And I always say, look, if making money is not good, well, guess what we do here at 5 Links? We just do 2 things. We show people how to make money or either save money. So making money is not good. We know saving money is a good day win every day. So listen, become a customer of the person that invited you out here today. But here's the most important thing. There's only a couple of reasons why a person would be a number 3. And I basically narrow them down to 2. One person, that person say, you know what, I see this as an opportunity, but I don't have $249. And let me speak to you. See, if you've been working a job for over 5 years and you're over 18 years old and you do not have $249, wouldn't it be safe to say that the job is not working? And your options, yes, is to get a second job. But wouldn't that be just a second of the first one that's not working? Let me stand before you right here to say, look, you need to do something different. And I'm just saying this from a humble standpoint, not to be arrogant, but to let you know that, look, if it's not 5 Links, I always ask a person, then what? And if it's not now, then when? If it only takes one person to change this generation, why don't you be that one person for your life? A number 2 person that's a number 3 is a person say, you know what, I like the opportunity, I just don't know if I have time. And see, that was my issue. Because when my best friend approached me with this opportunity, I was already working from 6 in the morning to 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. But guess what? Like I told you before, being a business owner and the secretary didn't show up, guess who became the secretary? Me. When the janitor didn't show up, guess who became the janitor? I did. And my best friend, he said something to me that was so wise. He said, Frank, what are you working hard for? I said, I'm working hard for my wife and my kids. And he said, well, what if something happened to you? How fast would it happen to them? And that was my aha moment. And as a result of that, I got signed up. And today, I'm able to live full-time and I work part-time. So that's one of the most beautiful things about this company. A number 2 person, the person that says, you know what, I like what I see, I like what I hear, but I got questions. Because I may be a little bit skeptical. And I say to the skeptical person, or if you have questions, listen, my wife, she was the most skepticalest person on earth. But one thing about my wife, when she got her questions answered, what she did is she was one of my first representatives. And I can tell you right now today, my wife is a senior vice president in her own position. So what I found out is that skeptical people or people that have questions, when they get their questions answered, guess what they do? They run right to the top of the compensation plan. See, we have somebody waiting for you right now that can get all your questions answered. But only thing I say, let's not sit here and be skeptical and broke. And let's not sit here and ask somebody about 5 Links that never got a check. Ask somebody in 5 Links that have achieved these bonuses, and they can show you how to achieve what you're trying to achieve as well. And then the number 1 person is a person that say, you know what, I love what I see, I like it, and I'm ready to get started. And if you're that number 1 person, then we have an application waiting for you. Because the one thing we want to do is we want to run right to the top with all the number ones and the number twos. And the most important thing that I want you to understand, in order for this company to become a billion-dollar company, we have got to produce millionaires. Or if you're not even looking to become a millionaire, guess what? If nothing else, you need a plan B. So here's the thing. We're here to help you. We're here to give you all the tools you need. And we look forward to you joining our company, 5 Links. And we look forward to helping you achieve the goals that you desire. So I want to thank you. My name is Frank Kimbrough, and I'm a Platinum Senior Vice President with this awesome company, 5 Links.